Hi guys, I'm Sean Calloway and I'm the New Products Development Manager here at Anzo USA. And today we are going to be installing our Switchback headlights on a 18 F-150. And let's dive into these a little bit closer, go over some of the features and styling that we've done to them. Okay, so let's take a closer look at this light. This is our 18 and up F-150 with the Switchback feature. Switchback feature is the outer C-bar. Then we have a crystal clear lens along with the black housing. We have our low beam and our high beam. And then right here in the center, we have the reflector. On the back side, we take a look. We have up here at the top, we have our beam adjuster that'll move the beams up and down. We have our access for the low and high beam, so you can change out your bulbs. And then we have, mounting tabs, body locator pins. And then right here in the center, we have our running light connector, which will activate the white part of the C-bar. We have our turn signal. So this will activate the regular turn signal bulb and the switchback feature on the C-bar. And then right here on the edge, we have the high and low beam connector. So let's go ahead and install these and see what they look like on the vehicle. Okay, so we're gonna start by popping the hood and uninstalling the lights, the grille and the trim on the front of this vehicle so we can put our new lights on. So once you have the hood popped open, we're gonna have to remove the core support cover. And there's a bunch of push tabs on here that you can use a flat blade screwdriver, a fork tool, or a small pry bar, which has a flat end on it too. And all you're gonna do is just slide into the open area and pop them up so you can remove them. Just like this. And they'll pop right out just like that. Okay, so now that we've removed all of the pull tabs from the core support cover, all you're gonna do is lift up and slide it right out and then set this off to the side. So next we're gonna take out the bolts from the grille, and we have 4 bolts along the top up here. They're 10 millimeter. And then we'll also have to undo the fan connector, which is just pushing in on the tab and pulling out just like that. That's the easy part. And then we'll just go ahead and remove the 4 10 millimeter bolts. Just like that. Okay, so we've got the 4 bolts across the top out, and before we can remove the grille, we need to remove this bottom trim that runs along the bottom of the headlight and the bottom of the grille. For that, we're gonna need a 7 millimeter socket, and we're gonna have to remove 2 bolts from either side right here in the inside of the fender. So we've got the 2 bolts from either side pulled out of the bottom trim, and all we're gonna do is take and grab this and pop it out, just like that. Now, you wanna be very careful because the little clips like this will pop out, so you don't wanna lose these because this is what holds your fender trim in. So you just grab this and walk it around. It'll pop out all the way. Pull it away from the vehicle and set this off to the side. Now that we've got the trim off, we can remove the grille. The last step for that is to remove these 2 8 millimeter bolts right here, 1 on either side. This one and this one. Now that those are removed, we can pull the harness up right here and pop that off the grille. And then all I like to do is grab right here underneath the crossbar and right in here and pop these up like this, and it'll start to pop out. So you have 2 pins up here, you want to pop those out, and then you just grab right back down here again, kind of wiggle it back and forth, and it'll come off. And now we can set this off to the side and remove the headlights. So now that we've got the grille and the trim off, we can take out the headlights so we can install our new headlights. Real easy. We've got 2 bolts up here. They're both 10 millimeter. We have a 10 millimeter bolt here, and an 8 millimeter bolt right here on the inside. So we'll remove all 5 of those bolts, and then we'll be able to remove the headlight. Now the last thing that we'll need to do to remove the headlight is get our pry bar back out, or flathead screwdriver. And there's one little tab that you just got to pull up right here. That's another one of those little trees. Set that off to the side. Now the headlight can come out. All you do is take your hand, and right here in this vent, just push down and wiggle the headlight out. Now we'll just unplug it. And remove the headlight from the car. Okay, so we are ready to get these installed, and all we have to do is make 3 very easy connections. Then we'll put the grill and the lower trim back on and get it all together so we can see what they look like. So when installing these, you want to kind of go in at an angle. Take your hand and push down on the vent so you can get the body pin lined up on the side up here. And what we'll do is just line these back up and push those in. Get our bolts and start securing it to the vehicle. Okay, so now that we've got everything back together, the last thing we're going to need to do is adjust our headlights. So with the Phillips screwdriver, you can access the beam adjuster right here at the top, and you'll spin it left or right depending whether you need it to go up or down. Now these are a projector, so they'll have a cutoff, and what you want to do is, if you haven't already pre-measured your stock headlights for the beams, what you'll do is park your vehicle 20 to 25 feet away from a wall, generally 25 feet. And then your beams, you'll adjust them to where they're 2.5 to 3 feet up on the wall. Now, if you already pre-measured your OEs, what you can do is the top of the cutoff, you'll want to adjust them to where they're in the center of your hot spot for your OE beam. So all we have to do is adjust them and then check out all the features on them.